Okay. Looking good?
Looking good?
If I look here, it's still good?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's still fine. I'll probably try to stay more towards this side because you can kind of see like the eyes kind of like looking to the side a little bit. But I'll try to stay on this side.
That's fine.
Just make sure that you're okay.
Whew, cool.
First question. What inspired the creation of Doorlight?
So to talk about Doorlight, we kind of have to get back to the beginning of why I got into real estate. And more importantly, when I started in real estate, I noticed right away that the industry was pretty old. Like there's a lot of archaic systems and processes all the way from the selling to even how you record your house, right? So when I got into it, I took the first 2 years, and a lot of agents, they get into real estate and they try to make the most money as possible. And I took the opposite approach. I said, let me learn everything I can about the business models that are there, and then how can we make something better, right? The way that we created Doorlight was how we can make the real estate process and the transaction better for the consumer. And through my experience with the leadership and then also as being an agent myself, that's kind of where the idea started. And then when I talked to my co-founder, Jay, we kind of just moved on from there with creating the company. Let's do one more for that one.
Okay, so again, what inspired the creation of Doorlight?
So when I think about Doorlight in its early days, it's really the story of me getting into real estate. When I got into real estate, I didn't do what a lot of agents did where they had this agent mentality and they try to make as much money as possible, and they asked the top producing agents, you know, what do I do to make as much money as possible? I might have been a little better off if I had done that, but instead what I did is I thought, let me study real estate, all of the ins and outs of it, and really sort of analyze it as, you know, an industry or a sector as a whole, and then try to come up with an idea on how we can make it better for the consumers and how we can just make it a better process. And what I didn't realize was my co-founder Jay had also come to a similar sort of understanding about the problems in real estate. And when we got to talking, we realized that there's something that needed to change for the consumers, for just the tech where we are today. It didn't make sense to do things the old way anymore. I think that one was better.
Yeah, that was really good. Okay, question number 2. What challenges in the real estate market did you aim to address with Doorlight?
So there's a lot with the sector, and even the consumers to the agents, they're all kind of aware that real estate doesn't work how it should. And what I mean by that is when you buy a house, you have to go through an agent, which means that it's an industry based off of trust. But you're having to trust an individual agent or person and their experience and their ability to go ahead and purchase that for you, or to know the right things and do the right things. So it puts a lot of stress on the consumer because they don't really have the ability to do their own research per se, or to do their own transaction even. They have to rely on a third party. So what we're trying to do with Doorlight is we're trying to give the confidence back to the consumer by giving them more control over buying and selling their home.
Good answer. Okay, and the last question. How did Doorlight evolve from an idea to a reality? How did Doorlight evolve from an idea to a reality?
So I used to do a lot of music, and I think all great companies are kind of like songs. It started with me and Jay talking about it, and then from there we kept getting another idea which kept building on to the rest of the company until we realized that we had a hit when we played it back, so to say. So it was a lot of small steps that got it to where it is today. A lot of, you know, long nights staying up, you know, till 3 in the morning with our development team over in India. But I think we're at the point where we can say that we're really proud of it. I like that one too. That was good.
That was good. Nice. Okay, so that section right there, that's only going to be one video, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So then what I'll do is I'll just kind of stop everything to make sure that I remember that this section is one video.
Like I said, it shouldn't be too bad to do 5.